No, the current pope right now is supposed to be. I believe he might be an Israelite. I haven't checked his spirit like that, but I believe he's from the tribe.
The old one was kind of weird.
John Paul. But the one that's in there right now, I believe he's Argentinian. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Argentinians. Not saying that he's an Israelite, but the Argentinians are people. They're part of the tribes. But I'm going deeper into it. We talking nations.
Right.
Because nations of people been empowered. You had the Babylonians, which were the so-called Ethiopians.
The Babylonians, the Mesopotamians,
the Medo-Persians Empire, and then you had from the time of the Greeks. When the Greeks came into power, those were biblical Edomites. So-called white man, but his biblical nationality is Edom, which are the Edomites. Ever since the Edomites came in power under the Greek Empire, and then went on into the Roman Empire, and what we live in right now is which is the American Empire rulership right now, which is the extension of the Roman Empire.
Exactly.
That's why everything is based off Roman. Off Roman.
The Roman alphabet.
Right.
Roman
Everything
numerals and all that.
Exactly. It's the revised Roman Empire. But ever since then, they've been in power and they have not been out of power. It's not been another nation of people. So you have the Chinese believe that they're the next powerhouse. They believe that they're up next and that they're going to take over and rule the world. Once the so-called white man goes down. Even the Russians, which they're Edomites as well. But they're against the EU. They're against the elites. But the point is, it's not going to be a continuation of any other rulership under the so-called Edomites or any other nation. The next rulership is going to come under these people right here, because the Lord Yahushua, when he gets the green light. When you read about the empires, right? In Daniel's 7th chapter, and you read the 2nd chapter. Well, when it talks about the statue, right? It says the stone will smite the statue. That's talking about the Lord coming back, and he's gonna take down these nations.
Right.
These nations you see on that sign, those are nations that are up and that he's gonna take crowns off their head. When it talks about, the scriptures talk about taking the crowns off their heads. He's going to take the crowns off their heads, meaning take them out of power. And the power is going to be given unto him, and all rulership is going to be given unto him. And then what comes with that is the Israelites rising up in power. We call it Quam Yashal. It means Israel rise.
Right.
Or rise Israel. So these people in this sign are actually your next rulers. And yourself as well.
The Bible even says that after God destroys the earth again, right?
He's not going to destroy the earth.
There will be a new Jerusalem.
Right. Well, that's talking about, I could explain that to you. He's not going to destroy the earth. The earth abides forever. Certain lands will be destroyed. See this sign right here? She said this was fake, right? She pointed this sign. She's like, I don't know where you got that from. That's fake. That's a prophecy. That's what the scriptures. That's the major prophecy that, along with the implementation of the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. That's one of the two last.
They're already doing, I think, in Sweden or something like that.
Man, they're doing it here in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, there's a corporation where all their employees, if I'm not mistaken, they had to get chipped in order for security access into the building and to retain employment with that corporation. There's clubs.
I would tell them, no.
Exactly. Hey, that's the right spirit to be in. Don't take that mark, that mark right there. Don't let that be implanted inside of you.
Even with the barcode, we see the mark of the beast all the time, right?
Yeah, you see it. It's in your wallet. It's called a credit card, a debit card, because it has RFID technology in the card. That chip. You go in the store, they ask you, you got the chip? You got the chip? I'll be like, hell no, but here you go. You know what I mean? But that's that right there is just one step, because they have what's coming out now is real IDs. It's supposed to be
so that you can fly.
Yeah, right. test the things. And that's just one step closer to them implementing the microchip. Exactly. That's and people and then they're gonna get certain people who don't want to take it, but they're gonna take it because why? They're gonna snatch away their goodies. They're gonna say, oh well, you know what? If you're getting government assistance, you're getting public housing, you're getting
you got to take that
stamps.
microchip.
Yeah, you gotta take the real ID.
Right.
And then they're gonna take that real ID because it's gonna extend them further in with those programs.
Right.
And then when they say you gotta get the microchip, they're gonna be like, well, I already got the real ID, so I need to get that. It's just a trickery. It's just one way that those that are the elites, one way that they do to try to trick the people into taking it. But you have whistleblowers like brothers that's out here teaching, telling you don't take that chip. Then you have people online that are telling you, whistleblowers, to not take the chip. So that's one reason I believe that they ain't pushed that chip in a mandatory status yet, but they're gonna do it because they're gonna be backed into a corner. Because once the elect is sealed, the Most High, all gloves are off. Then he gonna let the so-called white man do whatever he has to do.
They started this with our dogs and our cats.
Right, exactly.
Just to make sure that it
GPS
would work.
Purposes. They said it was for GPS purposes. They knew it worked. They're not gonna put forth no technology unless it works. They wanted to. No. The reason why they did that. Thanks, I appreciate that. The reason why they did that is because they want to get the public comfortable with it. Let's see how they react when we say we're gonna chip their pets. You know,
because now, like, say you have a kid in the hospital, right? They ask you if you want this in your kid. All right.
They did what? Dang.
Huh?
I didn't know that they were. Oh, you saying they presenting it?
They're offering it.
Right. Like get the flu shot and the chip, right?
Like, oh, if your kid gets kidnapped, we can scan for this chip.
Right.
Fine.
First it was a bracelet. Now it's that. Let me read this right quick, because this goes right along with this. Isaiah 36:6. It says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt." I mean, because our people, the Israelites, other nations can do what they want to do. They want to take that chip, take the chip, get 2 chips in case one malfunctions on you. But if you're an Israelite, you commanded not to take that chip. The Most High said, don't take that chip. If you take that chip, you are not with me. You're against me.
Right.
So those who really believe in the Most High, trust in the Most High, and believes in the scriptures, you're not going to take that chip. You off the grid at that point.
Right.
When they mandatorize the chip, so everyone has to have it in order to retain employment, to pay rent, to buy food, perishables and goods. At that
don't
point,
take it. Let them put a bullet in your head if you have
exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. More and more, you prove yourself to be an Israelite. Because most of our people, like this woman that walked by, they tried to give me some hell. She don't even know these things, and she probably sit front row in the church every Sunday because she ain't being told.
The Bible said, even with the RFID chip, it'll either be in your hand or your forehead.
Right. Let me finish reading this because it goes right along with that. But the first part said that they trust in this broken reed on Egypt. Egypt represents America. Egypt is America's modern day Egypt. It means bondage. This is where our people were in bondage. It still is in bondage in this land. And they trust in it. Why do they trust in it? Because that's who they go to. They go to government. They go through government programs. They go through. They trust in what Trump say. They trust in what their so-called leaders are telling them, because they give them these little goodie bags, and that's where they. You know what I'm saying? If you stand outside and you throw some crumbs on the ground, bird gonna come to it. And what that bird gonna do from now on? He gonna stay 1 or 2 steps close to you. You get what I'm saying? So that's how our people trusting on Egypt.
We're like horses with blinders on.
Right. I'm gonna read it from the top. It says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh's king of Egypt to all that trust in him." So that's what the chip is gonna do. It's gonna go into your hand and it's going to give these people the stability to continue on with the comfortable life that they feel that they have right now. Because what happens if you wake up and they say you got to take a chip, or if not, your house gonna get foreclosed on. You can't show up to work. They're not gonna let you have access to work. And then you go into the store, you can't buy nothing to eat. Then your life went from comfortable to very uncomfortable, right? So what that means is you have to be willing to be the utmost uncomfortable for the Most High. And the Most High said He'll provide for you. Because all in all, He's been providing for you the whole time anyway. Whatever job you have, whatever comforts that you have, or whatever discomfort you have, He is the reason why. So you have to praise Him for that. So if He wouldn't have gave you that job and provide a way for you to put food on your table, you think He ain't gonna do that? Especially when you do what He said, when you don't take that chip, and you denounce this society, go off the grid, and trust and believe on Him. And that's why the Lord told the disciples, which is extended to us today, pray and fast. Purpose of praying, showing your diligence, asking the Most High, showing that you for Him. And then fasting is because you might have to go a day or so without eating. That might be the case. But that don't matter. He's going to give you what you need. He's going to provide for you. Food and drink, things that you need.
I mean, think of what He was doing in the desert for
in the wilderness
that were in it. He was sending down the manna for them.
Right. He always provided. He always provides. Even when you're thinking He ain't providing, He providing.
And I mean, the best way to serve Him? Right here, man.
Yeah, prayer. You serve Him is an action. Like for example, this Thanksgiving that just passed. The way you serve Him is you don't partake in that. Christmas is around the corner. It's next up. You don't partake in that. And New Year's, you don't partake in that. You don't celebrate the things that are put on high regards in this society. Because that's just a tradition of men.
See what me and my wife did for Thanksgiving? We didn't have a big thing at home, you know? Mm-hmm. We went and said, you know what? Let's help the less fortunate. We went and fed the home.
Here's the thing. I'm telling you this, and then you go home and you open your scriptures and you research it for yourself. I can read the scriptures for you, right. but it has to resonate with you, because if you truly in your heart didn't know that you wasn't supposed to do these things, then you repent, you ask for forgiveness, and then from that point on you don't do it.
Right. You
don't do it that far at all, and that's how you show the Most High, I'm for you.
Right.
I'm serving you. I didn't know that I was supposed to, because for years I didn't do it. Like things that for before I came into was able to be blessed, and all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai for allowing me to find the truth. Because we're all lost until you find the truth. When you find the truth and you can actually get the Most High's true name, you get to pray to His true name, you get to serve Him in the ways that He say serve Him. Before I even had the ability to have that in my life, I was doing all this stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. That's why, when you first find the truth, you get torn down.
Right.
Bitter sorrow comes upon you because you're like, man, all these years I've been thinking that I'm doing right by Him, but I wasn't doing right by Him. So therefore, it makes you want to, like you in the spirit, like I want to make up for all the bad mess that I did,
right.
And all the stuff that I was following before. Then you know what I'm saying, that's out, right. And then from that point on, you start following the things you're supposed to follow, and He will build you up. He will give you faith. He will give you trust in Him and belief, and then you'll get stronger and stronger. And then all that stuff that you used to do ain't even a desire no more.
Right.
And it becomes detestable to you. Hell no. You don't even want to deal with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then what comes with that is situations where your family looking at you a certain way. You might lose your woman. Your family don't treat you the same, but that's okay. Because the scriptures, matter of fact, I'm going to get the scripture right quick. Your family won't be with you. But sometimes you might have family, they still might love you through and through all. Like,
one scripture, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes with your family too.
Let me read this right quick. It's Matthew 10 and 36. It says, a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Meaning you might be in a situation where your woman or someone else might live with their parents, whatever the case may be, a loved one, someone you consider your family and loved one, they may be totally against you because they see that you start following what the scripture says. And you stand for the Most High. Because you know why? The majority of the people on the earth, they're not going to do that. They're not going to switch and do the right thing. They're going to continue on doing what they've been doing because that's what they feel is the right thing. And it won't gravitate to them as far, you know what I'm saying, but it'll click with you.
Right.
And it's just something that you have to suffer. But after a while, you don't care. You don't care. You sacrifice it all, like Paul said. Paul said, man, I count all things as done that I may gain Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So he put it in the perfect perspective. You know, you gladly give all that away if you could be in the good graces and the Most High can bestow mercy upon you when He come and judge this place, because there's a great judgment coming. That sign is part of the judgment that's coming. Oh, yeah. You got America's going to be destroyed, thus said the Bible, and the land of Israel is going to be destroyed, thus said the Bible. And that land's going to be rebuilt back up. This land is not going to be inhabited ever again. It's going to be a place where desert type creatures will come and feast off the dead bodies, and they will inhabit this place. But humankind and man, or in that point, spiritual, there won't be no living going on over here in this land. After that, that's a wrap for America. But the land of Israel will be rebuilt up, because that's where the kingdom of heaven is going to be home base, right. where the Israelites will rule and judge. And in that point, earth will be put into its proper order, and the land will yield, and the earth will be rejuvenated at that point. Because you have brought up New Jerusalem. I'm going to read that to you right quick.
Well, I'm going to have to get going to let my relief go home.
Oh, no problem, man. You got time to hear this? Huh? You got time for this? All right. All right, this is Revelation 21. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away, talking about the rulership of that. It says, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for the husband. Now, what that's talking about is when the Lord comes back, His elect, 1/3 of the nation of the people you see on this side will be gathered from the four corners of the earth. They're going to go up into what is called the chariots. What you see as UFOs, we know them as IFOs. They're not unidentified flying objects. They're identified flying objects. Those are the vehicles that the angels of the Most High, that's their chariots. That's what they travel in. And that's when they come to the earth, they're going to beam up His elect, 1/3 of the nation. Now, there's 144,000. Have you familiar with that? Revelation 14? Right. The 144,000 make up with the holy angels, and the Lord Himself makes up the Lord's army, the Lord of hosts, the governing body. You can say that. But that's His army. Those are the ones who are going to go sweep through across the four corners of the earth, taking the crowns off those other kings or those other rulers, which is your prime ministers, your presidents, rulers of different parts of the land, and ultimately take the elite out of power. Put the elite, because the least they're going to go and they're going to get shackled up, and they're going to be going directly into slavery. They're going to go from ruling to slavery in an instant, just like that. But those men that were beamed up and going across the earth, bringing in righteousness, meaning sweeping, taking away all wickedness. Like when the scriptures say those in Luke 19 and 27, I believe it is, says those that wish I not reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. That's what the predicament that people all across the four corners of the earth is going to be. If you don't, as the scripture say, every head will bow, every knee will bend, every head will bow to our Lord. because he's going to be the ruler. He's going to be the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. So when this takes place, they're going to go ushering in the kingdom of heaven. So when they're going to come off those chariots and they're going to be transformed into extraterrestrial, superhuman strength. They're going to be like Hancocks. You know, see the movie Hancock? Yeah. But like to the 10th power. You know, they're going to have ultimate, full manipulation of the elements will be given unto them. It's called spiritual power. And they're going to, that's what that's talking about. When they say come New Jerusalem coming down, that's talking about the elect coming down from off those chariots, coming down to usher in rulership, to usher in the changing of power in righteousness' sake. That's what that's talking about. New Jerusalem, the new heavens. It's talking about the changing of rulership from the elites, the wicked, who are ruling now, into righteousness under the Israelites. That's pretty much, I'm giving you the rough draft of what's going to take place according to what the scriptures and what this is talking about. Because the scriptures is full of dark sayings and parables and things that only He's given His servants the understanding of. Right. You know, and then those who He allowed to open their mind to understand, they could be either become one of His servants one day, or they could become a friend of a prophet, or woman the Most High may have mercy on. You know, depending on how He does what He wants to do. Right. And we all are servants. You know, we gotta serve. You know, that's the way He wants it to go. That's the way it's gonna go. Right. So with that, you know, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go. I know you gotta get back on the clock, man. I just want to get a pound, man. You, bro. All right. And every see me out here, man, stop by.
What's your name?
My name is Karia.
Karia?
Karia. Karia.
Like Korea, but Karia.
No, like Karia. Karia. It means lion-like spirit.
Oh, okay.
Karia means lion-like spirit, or as a lion.
Yeah. I'm Seth.
All right, Seth. All right, that's a biblical name right there. It's all spiritual, man. I'm praising the Most High. So go ahead, man. We do pound. I do pound. I don't do real handshake. That's not our custom. As Israelites, that's the so-called white man's custom. I mean, we got to do it sometimes in society, but I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on the clock. I'm off the clock right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, we got Superman go inside the booth, and I ain't Clark Kent right now.
That's why you'll see a lot of people in Ireland when they actually shake hands. They go further up.
That's the spirit. That's how we do it. That is actually how we do it. Like seriously, when you go, that's how you do it. That's how we do it. That's our custom. Right. Man, you're an Israelite, man. Just know that, man. Just know you're a Hebrew Israelite. Right. And man, try your best now, because I'm out here. You can come back by. You can. I can jot down so you can watch videos of brothers online, or just go to greatmillstone.info.
Great Millstone.
Greatmillstone.info. Okay. That's my apostles, my elders. Okay. And that's you gonna get the truth. It's gonna come. It's gonna come hard, man. Look that up. Greatmillstone.info. Okay. All right, Seth. All right. Let me get all praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai, man. All praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai. Yahweh Shem El Shai. Hashem HaRuach double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there that's pushing this word. I just want to go ahead and give a proper introduction because this man came up and you see how the video went. So, you know, and he rocked out with me for all this time. You know, so Lord willing, man, the Most High calls for this man. The first thing I want to say is we're living in electrifying times. Electrifying times. It's the time of the elect of the Most High that's going to be sealed in these times, man. These trying times that we going into. Like I'm gonna say, that's a new slogan I'm gonna take on, man. We living in electrifying times. Electrifying times. Great times, man. Times of where the Most High's prophecies are coming to pass, and things are happening throughout the earth. So many things that's going down that you can't even deny that's a higher power. That's the Most High that's doing that. Brother brought out a video from the Thanksgiving, so-called Thanksgiving Day football game between the Cowboys and the Redskins. We all know that's a spiritual game. We know the pure meaning behind it. But one of the Redskins scored a touchdown, and in the background it was who we believe the image of an angelical angel, man. I believe that. And with that being said, the Redskins scored, and he was in the back of the image, looked just like Yahweh Shai. Split image looked like Yahweh Shai, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. So that's like I was saying, we're living in these electrifying times where the Most High is going to show Himself. He's going to show signs and wonders in the earth. Prophecies are continue to happen, and the elect is going to be waking up out here. So I'm going to open up with one of my favorite scriptures in the book of Romans 13 and 11. I'm going to open up with this scripture all the time. It says, and that knowing that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Why is our salvation near? Because prophecies are happening. Prophecies are coming out. It is coming more and more. And our people are waking up out of sleep.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have a mic?
No, I don't have a mic. I'll go off the mic.
As long as you're reaching them.
Right. The scripture say, lift up your voice.
Yeah.
Cry aloud. You know, lift up your voice.
I know.
You know you're a Hebrew Israelite?
I know.
That's God's chosen people. You are God's chosen people.
We all are right now.
No, we're not.
Not
all of us. Just the people on this side.
I know. He already told me.
That's who God's chosen people are. And our people has fell away, and we in these last days is a requirement. You just don't get to be an Hebrew Israelite. There's requirements that there's law, statutes, and commandments we're supposed to follow. In these last days, sister, you're gonna see all kind of crazy stuff happen. Like I was saying, you're gonna see things happening. Only the Most High above that can give an explanation for that, and the explanation is right here in the scripture.
I already know. I read my Bible.
All right.
I'm on round 2. Exodus, I gotta read it twice because I do my job.
That's our people for you. That's our people for you. You know, they feel that they can read the scriptures and get it themselves. Just because she said that. This is Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, and he said, go ye and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed and perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat. So she thinks that she can just read it and I'm on Exodus the 3rd, whatever she said. I tuned out after that, but basically she feels that she can just do that. But just because you read the scriptures don't mean you have the perception and understanding of what the scripture is talking about. It says, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and be converted and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants and the houses without men and the land be utterly desolate. So our people are going to be reading the scriptures, and if they're not chosen to get that understanding of what the scriptures is talking about, which she not going to get the understanding anyway. The Most High going to give our man the understanding, and then he's going to break down what the scriptures is talking about. And that's how a woman can get any understanding. They can't get understanding on their own. The Most High deprived women of that. That's not your position. That's not your lot. Your lot is to line up under your man. Your man gives you the understanding and breaks it down. Then you get the truth. Then you understand what the scriptures is talking about. Other than that, you won't get no understanding of what the scriptures is talking about. You just gonna think you know what the scriptures is talking about. You gonna think, oh, this is talking about that, but you don't have no idea. You tell the people, what should we be looking for? What's the signs? They don't even know. If I asked her, sister, what? Since you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, so what are we looking for? How do you find out what to be looking for in the scriptures? She ain't gonna know where to go to. Now, if she been allotted to be joined unto a man of the Lord, then that man will show her and tell her what we looking for. But our people, man, we're not gonna dwell too much on that. We're gonna deal with the fact that the Most High is opening the eyes of his chosen. His chosen are being woken up. The scripture I read previously was it's high time to wake up out of sleep. And that football game image of Yahushua, that pumped me up, man. That pumped me up. Those are things that the Most High, that's a precious jewel right there. That's a precious jewel or a gem or a precious stone that the Most High has given to his elect. And you grab that up and you hold it tight, and it warms up and builds up your faith. People, most of the earth ain't gonna understand what that was even about. And it's funny how it was shown when a Redskin scored the touchdown. That's spiritual, man, because the Redskins represents the Native Americans, which are the Israelites. The Most High is saying through the Spirit that I'm coming, and when I come, when I come back, the Israelites are going to score. They're going to win, because in that game, the Cowboys won the game, which that don't mean nothing. The real is when Yahushua comes back and he's going to score the final touchdown for the Israelites. That's who's going to score. That's what we waiting for. We waiting for Yahushua to come and spike this white man. Spike his ass after he showed that we scored. Actually spike his ass because we scored. That's what we waiting for. That pumped me up, man. The Most High with his, to show you that he with it, I'm here. I'm here. Because he's sitting back waiting for the green light. He's sitting back like, you know what I'm saying? Looking like, man, I'm ready to go, man. I got my spiritual cleats on. I'm ready to score. Like I said, that was spiritual. That the Redskins scored that touchdown. Then the image came up and showed you right there in the background, man. Right in the back. You know, he got our back, man. There's so many spiritual ways to look at that, man. To raise up your passion and raise up your, you know what I'm saying, your spirit. Get your spirit up and riled and going, man. There was so many things, so many ways to look at that scene right there, that simple scene to show you that the Most High coming back. And that pump you up, man, to go out and push this word, man. To go out and try to wake our people up. Even if our people ain't, because it's gonna come a false flag. This devil, he getting pimped and backed up in the corner like a cat, and he gonna have to attack. He gonna have to do a false flag attack. He have to do something to where there's gonna be so many brothers out here that they gonna be like, man, we need answers. We waiting for that day. I'm out here right now to have that one man set, raise them up. But I had the one brother, one Israelite set that came up, and he rocked out with me right here for a long time. But right now, people just going by and drove. But when that one false flag come, or that one tumultuous event at the Most High, boom, you gonna have brothers' pages gonna get flooded. YouTube might crash, and it don't matter because YouTube can crash. The Most High gonna have his service out on the streets for a little bit longer, and he gonna usher in the famine of the word. But until when that time comes, you got so many brothers out here, so many people gonna be rushing off the goddamn train to get over here. All across the four corners where brothers is teaching. We just waiting for that time to come. That pumped my spirit up, man. And it's gonna be more and more things the Most High gonna show itself.